Blam. Guys, Facebook Live is trying to mess with my flow here. And I will not have it. And the title of this video, finding and reinforcing flow. Sometimes there's disruptions in flow. Sometimes things throw off our flow. Sometimes Facebook's like, I'm not going to let you live stream today because you used music. Right? So, how, when we get our flow thrown off, last week we talked about overcoming resistance. And overcoming resistance and flow, resistance and flow are polar opposites that basically they just can't coexist. They cannot coexist. So I talked about the idea with Necker's cube. This is one of my ongoing themes, which is the three-dimensional cube that everyone's drawn when you were in like 5th grade art class. And it's coming out one way, or if you look at a different point, it's coming out another way. And life basically functions according to the same principles. You're seeing it one way, or you're seeing it another way. Now, there can be moments of end, can be moments of analysis, can be moments of, is this the good thing, or is this the good thing? Is this what I want to focus on, or is this what I want to focus on? But we can't focus on both for very long. You know, you can oscillate your focus, right? It can seem like you're focusing on two things at the same time, but really you're just changing it back and forth. So when you're focusing your flow, when you're finding your flow, so much of the time it's about also having to reinforce your flow. Sometimes when you get off track, rather than focusing on being the results of being off track, which come in the form of feeling a certain sort of way. Maybe that's irritable. Maybe that's annoyed. Maybe that's tired. Maybe that's lethargic. Maybe that's frustrated. Maybe that's out of it. Maybe that's foggy-headed. Whatever it is for you. Bloated. Whatever it is for you, when you feel that way, focus on a flow state. Focus on what can you feel good about right now. You can hear the birds chirping. You can go play with your dog. You can go for a walk. Go get some fresh air. Have a glass of water. Have some other nutrition. Get a workout in. Meditate. Journal. Read. Listen to a podcast. These things will help get back into flow. Now, the thing about flow and momentum is when we're in it, we must do the work to reinforce it. We must ongoingly support the flow because the flow is like the momentum, the churning wheel. But if we don't keep pushing the wheel, right, the wheel builds up speed. We don't have to push any harder. Our first push, our 1,000th push are the same. Actually, our 1,000th push, we may be able to have more efficiency, more output with less effort because we've repeated it so many times. So looking at things with this sort of perspective of get out of resistance by getting into flow, get into flow by focusing on flow, by focusing on the activities that promote flow so that when things come up like Facebook blocking you, it doesn't totally throw off all your everything else. So this is the ongoing process. And this process, kind of for lack of a better way to put it, it's not an optional process. Kind of like we talked about in Friday's video. That gravity is going to be there, whether you believe in it, whether you call it gravity or cheese. It's going to function according to the same principles. You defining it, you understanding it has nothing to do with how it functions. Right? It functions the same way regardless of how you believe it to be or how you understand it. So a lot of these principles follow the same structure. They function according to themselves, not according to you, not according to me. This is just how they work. So when we start putting in effort, when we start putting in energy into basically the things that we're excited about, into the things that we're really wanting, into the things that feed us, into the things that grow us, into the things that we're passionate about, into the things that we're happy about, into the things that we love, into the things that we care about, into the things that we are looking to create more of, into the things that we want to develop, into the people, into the life that we want to live. It's not hard to keep that momentum going. It can be hard to get started, but it's really not hard. It just takes one step. But just because it becomes easier doesn't mean that you can take your foot off the pedal. Doesn't mean you can stop pushing the wheel from spinning. It's not automatic. Easy and automatic are not the same. So recognizing that, seeing that, knowing that, what do? And there will be times when still we fall off, when times we still break the momentum, when we break the flow. And as a result, we find ourselves in a place that doesn't feel as good. Unfocused, unfulfilled, unmotivated, tired, lethargic, groggy, bloated, all these things that are a product of just making certain choices over time or even once, right? Because one time going in one direction still, even if you've been going this direction for long, take one step this way, it still slows it down. There's no amount that you can put in going one way that will completely negate the other way, right? Because what tends to happen is we start building momentum in the other direction. We start to build habits in the other direction. So when you start to build habits in the other direction, it produces the other result. It produces the other outcome. You start seeing the outcome that was showing up start showing up less and less expressed ways, and it starts showing up less frequently. And the other results start showing up more. And then we focus on the result, and we become often unhappy and dissatisfied and frustrated and tired. And we keep getting that result because we're focusing on that result, so we don't focus on the actions that we're taking and that we were taking that produce a different result. So this is a practice. This is a practice. This is not a perfection. This is a practice. This is an ongoing, one day at a time, step by step, daily, every single day practice. And you will miss days. It's not about doing 100%. Wherever that idea comes from, we have to extinguish it. We have to just do away with it. It doesn't work. It doesn't serve us. It doesn't have value. Because even when you are consistent, there will be a next level. And your consistency leads you reaching the next level, which requires additional learning. And learning requires slip-ups. Learning requires mistakes. Learning requires not getting it right the first time. So guys, thank you for tuning in today. Like I said, Facebook kind of taking my permissions away here, but we're gonna do things this way for a little bit, so you guys can watch the recording. There's no music, Facebook, so don't ban me. All right. Leave your comments, feedback, send me messages if you want me to follow up on anything in this video. I'd love to work with you. Set a free, very quick 5-10 minute coaching consultation with you on the phone. I can help you achieve goals in pretty much any area of your life, but specifically fitness, health, finances, energy, well-being, mental state. These are the areas that I focus on. So if you're interested in improving in any of those areas, please reach out. Like I said, the consultation has absolutely no cost, no commitment, no obligation. I really like to help people. Anyone in my team knows this, that I have a passion for helping and actually making a difference. So if you're about that, if you're looking for somebody to help you level up, help you, improve in any of those areas that I define, or maybe another one, even cooking. So, give me a shout. I'd love to connect with you guys and talk to you soon.